Hello friends, welcome to Bindu Dadwal Chemistry Lessons. De Broglie studied that the electron has dual nature, that is particle as well as wave nature. Heisenberg's uncertainty principle also said that it is impossible to simultaneously measure the position and velocity or momentum of the particle. In light of these discoveries, in 1926, Erwin Schrödinger developed an atomic model taking into account both the wave and particle nature of the electron, and this is known as the quantum or wave mechanical model of atom. Wave mechanics or quantum mechanics describes the electron in a three-dimensional wave in the electronic field of the positively charged nucleus. The wave motion of the electron in this field is described with the help of an equation known as Schrödinger wave equation, which is a differential equation. The Schrödinger wave equation says del square psi upon del x square plus del square psi upon del y square plus del square psi upon del z square plus 8 pi square m upon h square e minus v psi is equal to 0. And when this equation is solved, the value of psi can be determined. Here x, y, z are the space or Cartesian coordinates. For example, if O is considered as the nucleus and E electron is present at some distance r, this is r, from the nucleus. This is the electron, this is the nucleus. So in the atom, electron with respect to x-axis has some angle, then this electron is, if you join the line of origin and the position of this electron, then this line makes an angle with the x-axis, with the y-axis and with the z-axis. So the coordinates will be of this electron will be with respect to x, y and z, and these coordinates x, y, z are known as the Cartesian coordinates. So we are assuming that electron is moving in the form of a three-dimensional wave with Cartesian coordinates x, y, z. In the equation, m is the mass of the electron, E is the total energy of the electron, and V is the total potential energy of the electron. So what we see here is, to find the kinetic energy, we subtract the potential energy from total energy. And psi is the wave function of the electron. It is also called eigenfunction. So if the electron is moving in this wave-like manner, then the amplitude of this crest will give you the value of psi. Now these terms, del square psi upon del x square, these are second differentials of psi with respect to x-axis, and so on. Del square psi upon del y square means second differential of psi with respect to y-axis. For an electron with charge equal to minus E and nuclear charge plus E, because in hydrogen atom there is only one electron and one proton, potential energy may be given as V is equal to minus E square upon R. So in this equation, if we put minus E square upon R in place of V, then the equation may be written as del square psi upon del x square plus del square psi upon del y square plus del square psi upon del z square plus 8 pi square m upon h square into E plus E square upon R into psi is equal to 0. On solving this equation, we get the probable position of the electron. We will cover this topic later on. Hydrogen atom, as we know, consists of proton and electron. If it is assumed that the electron moves at a distance r from the nucleus, here the point where the nucleus is taken as O, from the stationary nucleus, then the Cartesian coordinates are x, y and z. The position of electron can also be determined with the polar coordinates r, this distance, theta, the angle which this axis makes with the z axis, and phi, the angle when this electron is the perpendicular drawn from this electron to the base. This line, when it is joined with the origin, this line which makes the angle which this line makes with the x-axis is called phi. So the polar coordinates are r, theta and phi. In addition to these, so we have polar coordinates r, theta and phi of the electron with respect to nucleus. And the two types of coordinates are related to each other as the from the values of coordinates you can find out the probable position of electron. The relation that we will arrive at here has been derived from this trigonometric relations in a right angle triangle. This is the hypotenuse, perpendicular and base, and the trigonometric relations sine theta is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Some people have curly brown hair. Through proper brushing, sine theta is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Similarly, cos theta is equal to base upon hypotenuse. Tan theta is equal to perpendicular upon base. So using these relations, we get x is equal to r sine theta cos phi, and z is r cos theta, and y is r sine theta sine phi. So these expressions, r sine theta cos phi, y is equal to r sine theta sine phi, and z is equal to r cos theta, and x square plus y square plus z square is equal to r square. These relations can give you the distance of the electron from the nucleus. Now, how we apply Schrödinger wave equation for hydrogen atom. In solving Schrödinger wave equation for hydrogen atom, electron species and monoelectron species like helium monopositive and lithium dipositive ions, we get three possible energy levels that the electron can occupy and the corresponding wave function psi of the electron associated with each level. So that means we know three energy levels where the electron may be present. These are quantized and the corresponding wave functions are characterized by a set of three quantum numbers. These quantum numbers are principal as quantum number, azimuthal quantum number and magnetic quantum number, which are solved by Schrödinger wave equation. The wave function is a mathematical function only, and its value depends upon the coordinates of electrons x, y, z and r, theta, phi, and has no physical significance. The probability of finding the electron at a point within an atom is proportional to psi square at that point. So psi square has a significance. By psi square we can find out the probability of finding the electron. The results obtained by quantum mechanical studies predicts all aspects of the hydrogen spectrum and certain phenomena which could not be explained by the Bohr's model of an atom. However, it is difficult to apply the same in a multi-electron atom. Calculations are complex. The problem has been overcome by calculating results based upon computer studies. These shows that there is no major change from what we study in hydrogen atom. That is, energy levels in hydrogen atom will be the same as energy levels in multi-electron atoms. The probable electron density corresponds to psi square, and its value is high near the nucleus of the atom, and it decreases as the distance of the electron from the nucleus increases. The probability does not become zero even at very large distance from the nucleus, although it may become zero. For the sake of simplicity, we may draw an arbitrary boundary diagram which may enclose the region in which probability of finding the electron density is maximum, about 90 to 95%. So this is a boundary surface diagram of an orbital. So this boundary signifies that this is the region where the probability of finding the electron in an atom is maximum. The more denser the dots are, more is the probability, and as the density decreases, that means probability decreases, and if there is no dot, means that there is no electron in this region. So this region where the probability of finding the electron is maximum is called the orbital. So let's define orbital. The region in space around the nucleus where the probability of finding the electron is maximum is called orbital. So is a well-defined circular path around the nucleus in which the electron revolves. If this is the nucleus, then electron is moving in this circular path. This is called orbit. But orbital is the region. Orbital represents the region in space around the nucleus of an atom where the probability of finding the electron is maximum. Orbit represents the movement of electron around the nucleus in a plane, whereas orbital represents the three-dimensional movement of the electron. In an orbit, the position as well as momentum of electron can be known with certainty, but in orbital these are only probable. In an orbital, the position and momentum of electron cannot be known with certainty. All orbits are circular. Orbitals have different shapes. Orbits do not have directional character. Orbitals, except S, have directional character. The maximum number of electrons which can be accommodated in an orbit is 2 into n square. N is equal to number of orbits. So in the first orbit n is 1. So in the first orbit there can be 2 electrons at the maximum. In the second orbit we will have 2 into 2 square. That means 8 electrons. In the third, 2 into 3 square. That means 18 electrons. The maximum number of electrons which can be accommodated in an orbital is 2. Only 2 electrons can be placed in one orbital. So this is the quantum mechanical treatment to atoms and the concept of orbital and how it differs from orbit.